Hello, welcome to Intentional Now. I'm Kristen Wambach, and isn't it really awesome that I can hit an applause button? I think that is so exciting. I have a couple questions for us today, and I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I've done this, so I ask for your encouragement. So I have a question that goes right along with it. How many times can we start over? Are there any age restrictions for starting over? Any restrictions at all? Do financial means play a role in whether I start over? Having support emotionally, relationally? I really do feel like I'm starting over. But actually, I'm just turning another page, changing again. Here we are, changing again. Oh my. And for me, it's, when a writer begins a book, they start over every time. I always believed that the words would flow from my imagination and the words would flow from my life experience. One of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King Jr. Take the first step of faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. My challenge is I do see the entire staircase. Well, that's not really being prideful statement if you know me. I spent many years developing my ability to perceive and see in the spirit. How do we start again? How do we move towards a future that is calling us, a future that burns inside of us? Every day, what makes that future? What answers to my why when I place my feet on the carpet and I get out of bed and I move into my day? When you can see the whole staircase, I find myself being challenged to stay single-minded. And being single-minded, that means I'm responsible to find myself good tools to outwork what I see on the staircase. And how am I going to get there? And the other day, God said to me that I was to use the unfinished book as a tool. Well, that's interesting. So here I am. I brushed off my microphone and I drummed up my courage to come and talk with you. I begin again. I change again. But the good thing about that is now I'm listening more. It's like I have a fresh ear to hear and to listen. So the very first pages of my book, it's called Forethoughts. It's all based around experiencing and asking the reader to experience and to open up their thoughts and their minds and their heart to experience. So I quickly looked up the definition of the word experience. It's a skill, a practical knowledge, practice, training, learning, education, grounding, knowledge, understanding, wisdom, professionalism, background, a record, a history, a past, a maturity, a worldliness, a sophistication. Let's say that again. A sophistication. There we go. A savviness, or in French, A savoir-faire. I'll ask myself that first question again. How many times can I start over? Well, up to now, I'm getting really good at it. And that's really a good thing. I'm really getting good at changing. I'm getting really good at doing something new. I'm getting really good at, and understand what it's like to be brave and have courage because of my experience. We need to acknowledge ourselves and pat ourselves on the back with the experience and the tenacity that we've gained, because here we are and we are still moving forward. I am still moving forward. I think I'm going to hit that applause button again. Woo-wee. What a fun tool. Okay, on we go. So how many times am I allowed to start over, to start anew, to start again? How many times are we? And when do we stop starting over? When do I stop learning how to ride a bike? Or reminding myself and getting back up on the bike and trying again? I heard another great set of words the other day spoken from Tony Robbins. It really helped set a different course of the vision that's in my heart. You know, that staircase, we're going from the first stair to the 25th stair, but his words really set an action and an understanding, and I wanted to share them with you today. Some of the people you love the most don't support you. That's a scary saying, but it's true. They don't know how. Some of the people you love the most don't support you because God gave you the vision. They won't see it until you accomplish it. Support yourself. Don't let the lack of support, it has nothing to do with your lack of success. Magnify your mission and ask yourself, do I believe in me? Do I set the tone for my life? Well, the tone for my life begins when I put my feet on that carpet and I get up in an attitude of gratefulness because here I am getting up again. I'm going for it. And I set into action and to course the things that are inside my heart. And those tools, just like, opening the first page of my book, the tools of experience, I use them again. They are very valuable. Each one of you has tools of experience. Some of you might be listening and maybe you're in the same place as I am. You've started again many times. You've tried something new. But all of our experience leads us to this point of something new. We don't come to home plate with a bat in our hand and no experience. We've seen many pictures at this point, There's been many balls thrown our way, and we might have striked out. There we go. But then we've hit some balls along the way because you know what? We still have a bat in our hand, and there's still balls being pitched our way, and there's still a field out there and bases to run and a home plate to come for. There's a reason to run. There's a reason to swing and hit that ball. There's a time to bunt it. But for me, and I suggest for you, that it's a time to swing full and swing hard. And go for that fence and just don't hit the fence, but let's crash those lights on the way out. We've held that bat in our hands before. I know I can do it, and I know you can do it. God put the vision in my heart. He put the vision in your heart. Pick up the tools of experience and start again. Pick up the tools of experience of knowing what you're really good at or what you need. And take that to the plate. And when they pitch a ball at you, you hit it with the experience that you have. And if I need to learn how to hit a different pitcher, that is my responsibility. But I can do it. And so can you. When we have the opportunity to start again, whether it's just on a Monday morning, whether it's on January 1st, whether it's after a trauma that happened in our lives, the ability to start afresh and move forward lives within us. It lives within me. It lives within you. I have a choice how I respond. So I encourage you to take the experience that you have today. Write out the experiences, lay them on the table. Separate them. These are pros. These are really helpful. I'm really good at these. And separate and then put the cons on the other side. Well, I have experience here, but it's not working very well. And then turn your face and look at all the pros. Look at the things that you are really good at. And move forward with those things that you're really good at. I encourage you by encouraging myself today. I'm starting new. Talking to you. I'm starting new, talking to me. And I know that we can get there and we can do this together. We can change what our life is today. And it doesn't have to be the same today as it's going to be tomorrow. But I am responsible to oversee today and see my responses of today. Just like making this podcast. That was a choice. I chewed on it for a couple of days, but it was a choice. And so here I am. I sat my butt here in my office chair and I made the decision that I was going to open my mouth and I was going to talk and I was going to share. And I believed in the people that would come and hear and listen because they need to listen. We need to listen to each other. We need to draw strength from each other. We need to learn from other people's experiences. And if I can do it, so can you. I need to learn from the tools in your hand, and you need to learn from the tools in my hand. And we need to surround ourselves with people that encourage us. Well, it's the evening. I did this. I'm really proud of myself. Thank you for listening. I'm trying to think, what would I say? When it comes to starting new? Tomorrow's a new day. Well, right now is a new day. It's a new opportunity. We have the opportunity of taking the words that we've shared here today and pulling up our bootstraps and tying our shoes new and saying to ourselves, you know what? I'm going to be okay. I'm going to move forward. It's okay that I can see the whole staircase. But today I'm on stair number 1. And tomorrow I'm going to be on stair number 2. And you're more than welcome to join me. Go ahead and step on number 1. And if I'm on number 2, I'm going to be able to tell you about stair number 2. But together we can climb the entire staircase. Right? Well, I was brave today. Okay. I'm trying to think if there would be one question that you would ask me before I go. Okay. I heard the question of, Kristen, what happens when people hurt you or disappoint you? We already have experience with that, don't we? People do hurt us and people do disappoint us. But again, I am responsible to how I respond. Respond to the hurt or respond to being disappointed. For me, my first response is always going and talking to God. Okay, there's the other question. But I can't hear from God. That's not true. Just go ask Him. Ask Him to open up your ears. So what do I do with the hurt and disappointment? I forgive them. And I ask God to forgive them too. And then I forgive myself for the part that I played in it. I think that's the best wisdom out there. So I invite you, if you're the one who asked me the question, Kristen, what do you do when you get hurt or disappointed? Forgive. And if you say, well, I've already forgiven a bajillion times, then go ask God to give you the grace to forgive a bajillion and one. Okay. See, even forgiveness opens up a brand new door to start again. I do appreciate this opportunity. I'll be back. I'll be back. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you and give you peace. Ding! That was a good word. Oh, more clapping. See? Buzzer. Isn't that fun? They have little buttons on the top of the software that I'm recording on. So now, since it's almost time for me to go to bed, can you hear the crickets? The crickets, yep. That's fun. Well, I hope I made you smile, and I hope I made you think. I know I thought. I'll be back, and we'll talk again soon. You can find me at KristenWambach.com. I have a lot of cool things there. Talk to you later. Good night.